You can't knock the power of a good story. Why are they so impactful, so important? Think about it. For thousands of years, stories have been told from generation to generation. It's how we know where we were, where we are, and how we create the story of where we want to be. Well, if stories have such an impact, culturally, religiously, philosophically, just in our day to day, then wouldn't it make sense that we use stories and really interweave them into our marketing messages as well? Today I'm going to share some story writing prompts for you that you can use not only to come up with blog posts, but videos as well. Here we go. Hey everyone, it's Brian here with the Bigger, Better Biz community, where I equip you with the tools and know-how to grow that bigger, better, small business. So we've established that storytelling is everywhere. I mean, from a young age in elementary school, there were professional storytellers that came into school. They were paid just to tell us stories. We'd go to reading circle, the librarians would tell us stories. As we go through life and as we would go through different classes, different events, stories come out of it. There's tons of stories around us, and sometimes we just have to stop and think, is this something worth telling? Now, in the Bigger Better Biz community, we're going to be sharing a whole bunch of resources in the coming weeks about storytelling, especially because it's so important when it comes to connecting with your customers, getting them to understand your business, your products and services, and ultimately making them feel comfortable and pushing that buy button or giving you their check, cash, or credit card. Now, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to share a few different prompts, and these are prompts that just to kind of they're thought starters, if you will. Easiest way that you can make these work, open up a Google Doc or a Word doc, open up your Notes app. Man, just have a notepad and a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, and what I want you to do, play the video, let me ask the question, and then start writing down. And use stream of consciousness. What does that mean? It's a writing style where you just go. It's like brainstorming. Just throw spaghetti against the wall. Write everything. You can always pare down and delete later, but just let it go. Talk about your experience. Now I'm going to give you some prompts, and I'll also give you some examples that I've picked up along the way that I think can help you. So first off, when we're telling stories, realize that stories can be told about your business, they can be told about your people, they can be told about your products or services. So let's talk about the business first, holistically. This is where people need to know more. It's your about section, right? What about your business is so great? Well, first off, first story and the first prompt, why did you start the business? So for many of us, we think, well, I started the business, I was laid off and I started a side gig and then it turned into a business, or, it's a family business, I inherited it. Okay, well, remove yourself a little bit more. And I'll give you a great example. I actually spoke to someone today. Her name is Donna. She's a wonderful woman. And Donna has been doing yoga and Pilates for 5 years. Now, Donna came up with this idea after going to different yoga and Pilates studios that she needed her own mat, but not one of those rubber mats that you see at all the gyms. She needed something a little bit different. So in 5 years, Donna created the YOLO yoga mat. Well, YOLO means remember you only live once. Okay, when you hear that, you think, what does that mean? Let me tell you the story. It actually turns out that years ago, Donna was in a car accident. Basically, she was hit by a car, and then because of what she had learned in yoga, she actually survived that accident. Now yoga became a huge fixture in her life. It was her saving grace. YOLO, you only live once. In this case, because of yoga, Donna gets to live twice. Now, I already have goosebumps just telling you that part. And this is just something that I heard today. It's not even on her website yet. But I'll tell you this. If I read that story and I saw that, hey, this comes from a person that is very passionate about yoga, that really believes in the power of yoga, all of the different healing properties and all of the different things that come with yoga, the benefits. Now she's channeled all of that positive energy into creating a product that only enhances the yoga experience, the YOLO yoga mat. So the difference is now Donna has this story to tell you, why did she start the business? Why did she create this product? Okay, so that's one. So prompt number 2, why are you passionate about your business? Not just, I need it, I'm making money, I'm keeping the lights on, keeping a roof over my family's head, putting food on the table. That's not passion, right? Why are you passionate? Why should your passion spill over, bleed over into the customer and be contagious? Why should the customer interact with you? Or how can they hear this story and all of a sudden they're passionate about your business? They want to see you succeed. Now, sometimes, especially with passion, we're thinking about, was it something of adversity that you overcame? Is it a huge pain point that people have that you've solved? Was it something that was right in front of everyone, they just didn't know it, and now you've innovated in order to enhance their personal or professional quality of life? So number 2, why are you passionate? Number 3, this is a good one. With your business, what's a day in the life? So what's a day in the life, especially, as you prepare for a certain event? When I'm making this video right now, we have the holidays coming up. So what's a day in the life as you prepare for the holiday season? What are you doing? Are you hiring part-time employees? Are you creating new products? Are you designing new marketing messaging? Are you creating new labels or packaging? Do you have a new service that you're really excited about that's going to play really well into the holiday season? So share a day in the life. People like to know what other people are doing. Think about Facebook. We go through and we actually just click and we check out people's stuff on the newsfeed, what they're eating, what they're doing with their kids. We're very curious by nature, almost to the point of voyeurism. Share what you're doing in the life behind the scenes to run your business. It helps people. It might be one thing that helps people relate to you and ultimately want to work with you. So next, I'm going to give you a couple prompts about the people in your company. Now, it's really important to highlight people. We know this, especially now. People are so important. Finding good help is hard, but keeping that good help is even harder. Here's a way to actually spotlight them. Talk about one of your employees. Did they do something that's worth spotlighting? Did they have a personal achievement, a wedding, a baby? Maybe did they do something? Do they have a story that led them to work for you? Do they really believe in your products and services? Or maybe were they one of your customers and they just loved what you do so much that they became one of your employees? That's a powerful story. That's a full conversion right there, transformation. Do you have any customer stories that you can share? Something where a customer had a lot of success with your product. They were able to improve the personal or professional quality of their life with your product. Many times we see these as video testimonials, and if you can get those, definitely use them. But can you tell the story as well? Can you tell a story about, let's say you're a massage therapist. You have someone come in that has a really bad neck. And I'll use me as an example. I have the neck of an 80-year-old. I got to go get an MRI and who knows. So when I go to my massage therapist and they start working on my neck and my upper back, all of a sudden, there's no headache. There's no pain. I can actually stand up straight. Is that a story you could share? Because someone else might be going through that same pain. Someone else might have a need for that certain product. The more stories you share, the more people can relate. Finally, I'll give you a couple prompts that you can start telling stories about your products or services. Now, first off, what was the inspiration for your product or service? Were you traveling? Were you somewhere in the world and you saw that and thought, everyone needs to know about this? Was it something where you were researching, you were online, you were just really researching aggressively, trying to figure out how you could resolve an issue, and you found this product or you found this service and now you're offering it to everyone? Does the product tie to a certain culture or identity? Can you bring that into the mix as well? For instance, we have a client that we work with that sells Cape Verdean products. And Cape Verde, just so you know, is a little archipelago of islands off the west coast of Africa. Has a lot of culture, Portuguese and African influence, Spanish influence, French and Italian influence as well. So it's a melting pot. Well, those products have a story to them as well. So can we tell that story about what the inspiration was? And the last one for you, what makes your product unique? Now, I'm not talking about features here. And let me explain. Features are, this controller right here is black. It's shaped like a rectangle. It has glass on it. That's not the feature I'm trying to talk about. Instead, I'm trying to talk about the benefits. By using this remote, I can control the lights in my studio. I can make my face brighter Or I can make my face not so bright if the sun's peeking in through the windows. That's a benefit. What benefits can you put into a story? So for instance, that yoga mat that I was talking about, the Ariolo, here's a great example. That yoga mat is made of Turkish cotton, very absorbent fabric. Well, for people who sweat when they do yoga, which many do, some don't, and I still don't understand why, but for many that sweat, you're not going to be slipping around on the rubber. It absorbs into the Turkish cotton, and you still can go through your entire session of yoga without any issues. That right there is huge. Another one, well, it's machine washable. That's a feature. But the benefit is now every time after you work out, just throw it in the wash, get rid of all that sweat, all that bacteria. It's good as new for your next session. So what types of benefits do your products or services offer that you can turn into a story? Listen, stories are all around us. You should be telling stories about your business, your people, and your product. The more stories you have, the better. The way that you can use those stories, social media posts. You can make videos, post them up on YouTube or make shorts on YouTube. Add them to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. You can turn it into blog posts. You can put it in your emails. The importance of stories in your marketing is never going to be highlighted enough. And I can tell you, in running an agency for 10 years and being in marketing for over 15, the importance and the impact of stories is just something unquestioned. You need to be adding stories in. You need to be telling stories. It's how you're going to sell. It's how you're going to connect. It's how you're going to engage. So until next time, my friends, I'm Brian Kaplan. I hope you stay well, stay healthy, stay happy, tell a lot of stories. Here's to your success.